Hey, good morning. I love those. It is. It's Tuesday. We're still in October. We just started our October, getting closer to the full moon. And you're in the Wise One channel with your host, Lady Caren. I hope you guys are well as you stumble upon this video in the midst of the forgotten YouTube realm. Oh, yes. I see a giant mess in the back. Hopefully you're able to enjoy the content without it being distracting. It is what it is, and it will change when it changes. That is what I have learned. I can strive for it, and that's not a problem, but I'm not going to beat myself up for not getting it. You shouldn't beat yourself up for the things that aren't, and you should celebrate the things that are for certain situations that you're comfortable to do so. There are many benefits. Okay, still operating only from my single tarot deck that I currently own. Sacred Tarot. Sacred Tarot, I swear. That's what it's called. By Anna Frequent, illustrated by Paul Morris. Amazing. So first shuffle. Second shuffle. Third shuffle. Fourth shuffle. Fifth shuffle. We're going to move on to the sixth shuffle. Here we go. You ready for it? Let those cards fall from the thumbs. Our last shuffle. And we break. We have a reversed card this morning. Take a look at this. Gorgeous. The Knight of Cups. of those purples and those greens. Yeah. All right. Get the Two of Cups. The Knight of Cups reversed meaning. Anna Franklin. The Knight of Cups reversed is warning you about an untrustworthy man in your life. He is idle, selfish, and incapable of telling the truth. He is just too lazy to actually achieve anything. He just dreams about it and talks about it, telling himself that he is preparing himself for when the opportunity arises. If you're not careful, he could obtain money from you on false pretenses. Perhaps the above is describing you. Are you in, um, are you in danger of retreating from participating in life, escaping through drug or alcohol abuse into dreams? If so, then you are experiencing episodes of potency and nightmares. Take a lesson from those from the take a lesson from the outer who is a creature of both water and earth, supple and fluid, but quick and purposeful. You need to bring more of earth element into your life. Get involved with practical projects that demand physical labor and connection to the earth, or contact with the earth. I've been noticing because my subconscious goes, "Oh, wait, that's that I should be outside more." For me, I worry that I'm not going to get the inside work done if I'm outside. If I'm inside getting work done, I'm afraid I'm not going to get the outside work done. And then the inner struggle begins. And for ADD and autism, crippled, but ADD and autism, how do we want to take it to have it be what it is where it can work for us rather than we work for the world to live like we don't have it? So I definitely want to go outside to make time for it. What would I do? Like, how would I go about this world making time to go outside? Because if I had a bad way, I would totally do Stardew Valley in real life. It's not realistic, but a lot of people do Stardew Valley in real life. They do the coop things. I like the fact that there's results from the work I do. That makes a huge difference. That I clean a room and it's clean. Thing is, does it feel clean for long enough? Where is the effort going to have an effect or have a difference? And then sit there and consider a lot of things in life, the positives and the negatives, and how it works for you and how it works against you, and how best to go about things. And navigate knowing yourself. These things we've learned and we've hopped on and we've discussed, and I've enjoyed these discussions, and now they need practical application. And it can get scary if practical application hasn't been practiced or hasn't been applied and then gotten good results. A lot of times, it feels like the accumulation of my application of doing things feels like it gets undone. It feels like the mandolin where the whole they open the door, it's gone. Like the tedious amount of putting each particle in its place of sand in its color to make intricate uh, pictures, meditative hours and hours of work thrown away. For what? To do what? To result in what way? And I have to wonder, the functionality. So I've been working on a system of when and how I want to, what fits best for me about the cleaning and doing the inside work and how to go about outside and the people I want to avoid while I'm outside or the people that I want to invite to my space while I'm outside. Can I bring some of my inside work outside? And the fact that it feels like I don't remember everything. So it looks like my subconscious is telling me that an effort to strive for that again is opportunistic. There's opportunity to go outside in the freezing cold or roasting hot weather that we have where I live. It's never it's never consistent weather. It could be all 4 seasons in the duration of a day where I live. Not much control I have there. I could pray. I could worship. And to the thing that I don't have control over, I can express my desire for certain results. And then I can do where I have the ability to do something, the knowledge, the tools, the feelings to do things. And that can assist me. Work on that and go outside today. And I should do a video with you guys outside today, eh? You want to go outside? I like doing long projects that take my time, but I don't usually have the time to devote to it because everyday needs seem to interrupt it, and other people's needs don't align with mine. So when I'm hungry, they're not always hungry, or vice versa. They're always hungry. I want to take a few more hours to do something before I bother to even think about food. And that is something to approach, something that we can do. So there are ways that I can take 10 minutes intervals. And if no emergencies arise, and I can judge what an emergency is, I can put off the attention of somebody's needs or give them the ability to handle their needs themselves. This is the wonderful part about building the independence of a child. You don't want hyper independence, which can be of itself its own toxicity, but you do want to develop the child's ability to do. And when this young genius grows and has the ability to do it themselves, you can go about doing things that you need to take care of, because you can't live the life of two people. There would have to be more give and take for that. Would you be satisfied with living the life of two people, helping somebody else with their stuff and doing the stuff that you do or that needs done for yourself? Or are you going to put what you need done for yourself aside and let it go to the wayside and sacrifice it in order to fulfill the needs of another person? So you could consider these things, and you get to consider the benefits and the cons and what you want to live with and how comfortable you feel. Like, I could never do that. It's not about whether or not you can or can't. It's, could you feel satisfied, comfortable, or give, you know, give way to your certain inhibitions and inhibitors to do something or to not do something. So there's great benefit to nurturing the independence of your children. When you do so, there's great health benefits to balancing that independence in a way that nurtures them and helps them focus on working with themselves and working with other people. Hyper independence. Quite honestly, we can all do everything ourselves. It's like literally, we're like, well, you need to learn to ask. You don't. Honestly, you don't. You don't ever have to ask for help for anything. You could find ways to do things yourself. You can learn how to build a giant project. You can build pulley systems to substitute another person's ability to help you lift. I mean, we are geniuses. Intuitively, we can work independently. We are born into a society where we have other people. Could it be healthier to ask for help? And having to live with other people, there are a lot of health benefits to being able to emotionally realize you need help. I like to ask for help when I actually am in a situation that doesn't need help, and I had learned through hyper focus of the situations around me and the way that people react, and not understanding the way that they react, that people will offer to help. And if you don't take that, they won't help you for when you really need help because they're like, oh, she's got this. So I've learned to take my personal approach is to understand that uh, oh, and on the other side of that, before I get into this approach, is that they may believe that if you ask for help, and you really need help, they may think that you're not able to do other things. So asking for help has several layers to it. Being helped and helping others has certain amount of several layers to it. So it's a highly structured culture move of helping, being helped, asking for help, offering help. There's lots of ways to navigate through it. Um, uh, so my personal way of finding it with my autism and my ADD is that I like to have a give and take when it comes to help, being helped, how to help. I am more comfortable due to the toxicity that I've been through as a child that I want help on my terms. I'm more comfortable with help on my terms. Things come out better and healthier um, if you give help. How do you want help? And I give a lot of offers for help like that. What helps you the best? How would you like me to go about helping you? What do you consider help? And that I take with a grain of salt because I want to make sure that they're not becoming codependent. when I offer help? Are they able to, after I help them, be able to do it again on their own? Or do they need it every single time? Or is that something that they should be asking for help every single time? Or can they structure a way to help themselves? A lot of times, people who are familiar with asking for help are able to articulate and understand and grasp this notion, and some sense of it, where they can let you know, oh, I want help with just this, or I don't know how I want help. A lot of times can come out of many people, or to help several ways. So help is layered, and it's a multi-structured word, multifaceted. So being able to, when somebody wants to help, be like, I don't really need help now, but if you want help, I can find something for you to do. Because it's not always about your inability to do stuff. Some people have this need, not just a want or a desire, but a downright fulfillment of their emotional or mental capacities to be productive, to be helpful, to be where they're doing something that equals help for somebody. And that's something that you might want to consider if you could bring that forethought up. And I can't find where the circle closes to tell you about why I got into helping. Usually my thoughts, they come full circle. That's what I strive to do with my ADD, is to make ADD work for me, and those cute, adorable little rabbit holes that we fall down and consider all these branches of possibilities and probabilities and the way it goes, and different subjects that are attached by a single solitary instant experience or so forth. I understand. I want to bring it full round to where it started, and sometimes I like to encompass the way that it is the bigger picture, right back down to the the micro, micro, yeah, the micro aspect of what it was that was initially thought of or thought upon or spoken. And I like to do that a lot with my conversations, where it involves my attention deficit, where it involves my ability to think lightning fast. I have this preference of this navigation where I like to bring thoughts back around to where I started. In conclusion, really brings things together, really sews together your thoughts and your feelings, and it allows them a structure so that when it comes up again. You have more memories and more association files, because we associate as a way of memory. We have muscle memory. We have different types of memory, but association memory happens to be one of our strongest human memories, the abilities to remember things. Association, because that emotional response that we filter things through, is it something we want towards? Is it something that we want to avoid? Or is it something that we mutually want to observe, absorb information? Yes, absorb the experience. Do we want to absorb, or would we like it to simply observe and see where it goes in a neutral? It's neither here nor there, good nor bad. It just simply is. And in its existence, it's there. So, those all of our emotions can be brought down to those three filters so far that I have found. And so when I use a way of navigating through my life with quick thoughts, rapid thinking, and rapid amount of filtering through or rifling through subjects that are minusculely, or so it seems, associated. Just like supposedly our social organism of life is 3 connections where you can connect this person to that person to this person by 3 people. So are our experiences and our points of view and our experiences, and the fact that we can rifle through it, and the fact that we have autism that, for me, is a hyper pattern recognition. And how I know I work. I like to build structures and patterns and the ability to navigate, and therein lies a form of my genius. And using that and knowing and understanding that I'm going to go through lots and lots of thoughts helps me understand that if I bring them back around and I can conclude them and I can build those associations a little bit stronger here and there, where it seems like it's by a string, and I bring them back around, it's sort of like sewing the needle through, around, and back through the hole, and then back around, and then coming back, and the reverse foot pedaling, and bringing that needle back, and bringing that thread, and reinforcing it, reinforcing our thoughts and our experiences and our associations and memories. Those usually, when I talk and bring the subjects back around, having a complete thought and completing my attention deficit thoughts and rants and ramblings has been very beneficial to me. That is one of the assets that I use. Like going outside, knowing that what ways do I associate things? What ways do I work with my attention deficit disorder and my autism and the other aspects of me that have yet to be discovered? And where are they as assets? Where are they strengthening their assets of these ways that I am built differently? Versus what would I do with where they could be weakened? And so I am naturally talented attention deficit, or I'm naturally attention quick. My attention can move from here to there very quickly. My thoughts can move from, I believe it's top down, bottom up, something like that in the creative realm. So knowing that, and knowing that I have to spend time outside in order to satisfy a subconscious opportunity, tap on my shoulder, be like, hey, you've wanted to go outside, this is opportunity, bringing this to your attention, something you wanted. How do I plan on that? How do I commit to that? Things that I definitely want to consider today. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. If you've stumbled upon this little gem, and I hope you are doing well. Honestly, I miss my two eldest if they're watching. This channel was originally my way to connect to them, but I don't think they wanted to watch YouTube. I love them still. If you ever do stumble upon these videos and think, oh my gosh, the craziness, yeah, I love you guys. But I love all my viewers. I really appreciate you watching and hitting likes and subscribes. And maybe I can get back on the algorithm. Maybe I can get back to where YouTube thinks that I'm worth something, despite the fact that I'm already worth something. So yeah. I love you guys. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love, 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 love. I love you guys. You have a good one.